Do not be afraid. Exodus 20:20. I am with you. Isaiah 41 verse 10. Those two verses, they're like the backbone, the pillar of every Christian, every believer, because it gives you that confidence. You know that you're not alone. The Middle East, in Iraq, there is this steady exodus of Christians. Such an irony. We're talking about not being afraid, do not fear for nothing from Exodus 2020. And we're also referring or talking about the exodus of Christians from the Middle East. However, even with the exodus of Christians from the Middle East, there are still some faithful, particularly the young ones, who are holding fast to the faith. And they're still there and they're still waxing strong. The do not be afraid scripture and I am with you, those scriptural verses were part of the Holy Father's message to young people in Iraq. It so happens that every year, the Archdiocese of Erbil, they have this event called Ankawa Youth Gathering, where they bring young persons from all over Iraq to come share their faith experiences. The Holy Father had a message for them. He sent a message to them. He charged them to be Christ lights amidst the darkness, the challenges, the turmoil, the conflicts, the devastation happening all around them. In the midst of the darkness, in executing this task, he has also assured them that as the leader of the Universal Church, the Holy Father, and the Church itself, he is and we are also with our Catholic faithful or Christians in the Middle East. So he has told them that you're not alone in this task. I am with you. Those are the assurances, the same assurances we get from the Bible. God has promised to be with us every step of the way, and he has asked us not to be afraid or, not to think that we're alone in our struggles, in our fights. No, God is with us, and that's the same assurance that Pope Leo XIV is giving to young people in Iraq. Yeah, it's not easy. It's actually not easy to face steady conflicts and you hold on to the faith, to be steadfast amidst all this conflict. It's not easy. So I think this message from the Holy Father means a lot to the Iraqi young Catholics and also to us generally as people of God. Meanwhile, quickly, let me let you know that the way he spent his 4th of July, remember America is his country of origin. So the way he spent his 4th of July, he visited the ambassador of the United States to the Holy See. Yeah. I think that can qualify as marking the 2026 independence anniversary of America. All right. So other activities that the Holy Father was engaged in, he has officially returned to the Apostolic Palace of Castel Gandolfo. During Pope Francis's time, he spent his summer vacations at the Vatican. Although the Saint Pope John Paul II had actually named the Castel Gandolfo Second Vatican, because that's where popes go to relax, for their summer vacation. Anyways, Pope Leo XIV has decided that he will go there. In fact, he has actually gone there and he's going to be spending his summer vacation there at Castel Gandolfo. So during the time that Pope Francis was not using the place, it kind of turned into a museum. But now that the Holy Father is present there, yeah, so he's taking up residence there. Usually in the month of July, popes suspend activities, they suspend their major activities, like there are no general audiences. But of course, the Holy Father will keep up with the Angelus. Yeah, he'll say it there with the people present there, which is actually going to be a beautiful experience. Oh, how I envy. God have mercy. I'm not envying, but then I'm just imagining what it means to, pray the Angelus with the Holy Father. And then, what's the plan of the Holy Father for his summer vacation? He'll definitely need some rest. I mean, all work and no play. Come on, definitely need some rest. But he'll also be doing other things. He has said he's going to be spending time reading, etc. That is also good. And maybe he might engage in some sporting activities, maintain fitness, etc. But it's his holiday period. And then as he arrived at the Apostolic Palace, one of the things he did was to pray for victims of the Venezuelan earthquake. You know, it's actually really sad, such a disaster. So he's also reminding us, all the faithful, to pray and maybe reach out with whatever support we can to help the victims of the Venezuelan earthquake. So the Pope has them in his thoughts and in his prayers. And also as Christians, we are mandated to do same. Let's rejoice with whomever is rejoicing. And then you share in the sadness and sorrow of any other person who is passing through such hard times. So let's remember to keep the victims of the earthquake and all the Venezuelan people in our prayers. Let's remember that. Yeah. The holidays of the Holy Father. He'll be away till the towards the end of July, and the prefecture of the papacy, the prefecture of the papal household has confirmed that the Holy Father will not be available until I think the 27th of July. So he will be on his summer vacation. He'll get some rest, and he also hopes to read, maybe think of some other things to write. I mean, we all chewed on and enjoyed his first encyclical, and perhaps he'll get some inspiration during his summer holiday to also, put pen to paper and come up with something else again and bless our world with something else again. From the streets of Buenos Aires to the Vatican, there is this children's music group from Argentina. They have achieved a remarkable milestone. What is this milestone? All right, I'm about to tell you. Through the help of the Argentinian Solidarity Artistic Center, that center provides free music lessons to vulnerable children, disadvantaged communities. They reached like this amazing milestone when they performed. They performed before the Holy Father during their visit to Rome, you know. So they performed before the Holy Father, and something also sweet happened. They presented a very specially designed stole to Pope Leo XIV. So they had that remarkable, memorable moment with the Holy Father. Music is like food. There's something about music. So offering free music lessons to disadvantaged communities. Keep it up. And I hope we too do something for those disadvantaged around us. Okay. So those are mostly like the major events that happened, during the week. Yeah. As it concerns the Holy Father. Yeah. So we do hope that he will have indeed a very beautiful summer vacation. He will really rest and he'll be back